ABA, what's good, Slim? It's your man Juan Gotti, Slim. I'm coming to you because I'm trying to figure out what it's gonna take to get you here. Did you have something to do with the Jahan Dotson trade today, or what? I peeped that you like one of a Commanders fans' Instagram story of you and a Commanders swap. So is it something that you want to tell us? Let us know some, Mo.
How I feel? Blessed. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rockin' it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she poppin', the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
Follow me on Twitch at ChewyIRL, as that's where I will be live streaming the games anytime the Washington Commanders play. I streamed the game yesterday versus the New York Jets, and I know some people probably was like, Juan, where are you at? I'm over on Twitch. So go ahead and give me a follow. And then secondly, join the Discord server, as I finally got one up and running, and we already got a couple people in here. It's going to be a place where you can have fun and be your authentic self. Enjoy the rest of the video. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm joined by a special guest, Mr. Brandon Aiyuk, as we're here to talk about, is the Washington Commanders making room for 1BA? So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you ever reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Call into that Command Extra post game show. Ain't nobody even calling into the number, man. I'm telling y'all, this is the perfect time. The breaking news post games is when y'all call that number. And I know a lot of y'all have a lot to say about this Jahan Dotson trade and Brandon Aiyuk and T. Higgins and CeeDee Lamb, who's going to be wide receiver too. Call into that number, 240-303-2936, man. I'm waiting for y'all. That's when the next video going to drop, is whenever y'all decide to participate. All right, man. So I done had about a couple hours to digest what went down earlier today. Today been a hectic jump because I ain't even get a chance to drop my Aiyuk reaction and us finally having a kicker and trading the 7th round pick, because immediately after, not too long after, Jahan Dotson get traded, and that's the big story and big news of the day. So when we see that Jahan Dotson got traded today, in my opinion at least, I felt like that immediately has something to do with us adding to this wide receiver room. I don't think we have enough. I didn't think we had enough to be satisfied with Jahan Dotson, nor do I think we have enough to be satisfied without Jahan Dotson. Am I excited of the potential leap of Dyami Brown? You dang right, and I believe that he can be really good. However, we still need more after him. Olamide Zaccheaus, cool. Luke McCaffrey, rookie, has a lot of potential. Outside of those guys, and Terry McLaurin, obviously, I didn't have to name him because he's the only one that's proven himself here. Outside of those guys, it's really nothing. And to be honest with you, we're hoping Dyami Brown could turn into something special. They must truly believe Dyami Brown is ready to take that leap in his final year of his contract. And then Olamide Zaccheaus is okay, but he ain't like super special. And again, Luke McCaffrey is just a rookie. So I'm wondering if we did this because we're going to get a guy like Brandon Aiyuk or somebody like this down the line. Now, I've always said we're not going to trade for Brandon Aiyuk. We've made our offer, or we at least was interested in trading for Brandon Aiyuk months ago when this thing first started. However, when we started to hear their asking price and what did they want for Brandon Aiyuk, we kind of fell back. However, I am believing that next season, when it comes to free agency and Brandon Aiyuk hits free agency, if he doesn't sign a long-term contract with the San Francisco 49ers, I think he's going to end up in free agency, and that's where we're going to strike. However, I could be wrong. Maybe these are draft picks that we are getting from the Jahan Dotson trade, the 3rd round and the 2 7ths. Maybe we're getting those picks because we can add them into the 49ers trade, or maybe what we're forgetting is that Adam Peters is a late round gem of a draft. Must I say the players that he got in San Francisco, or at least helped get in San Francisco? Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner, George Kittle, Brock Purdy, Brandon Aiyuk himself. Well, Brandon Aiyuk, I want to say was a first round pick actually, so never mind. Not Brandon Aiyuk, but they have a lot of picks. Tyler Noah Hufanga. You know, we can go on for days for all these late round gems that the 49ers have gotten. So it's not like any pick can go unanswered, right? We could definitely find a 7th round gem with Adam Peters. We look at our class this year. We're very confident in a guy like Ben Center, who was a late round pick. A guy like Mike Sainristil, who was a mid to early pick. A guy like Johnny Newton, and the list goes on for our draft class this year. We have a lot of late Dominique Hampton, Jordan McGee, like these guys we think can contribute to this team, if not immediately at some point down the line. They're not going to be a wasted 7th round pick like a Shaka Tony or like what's my guy's name? I can't even remember his name. He's been gone for some time now, but they're not one of these Ron Rivera late round picks that's gonna be off the team in the next 2 years. Like these guys have potential to be here, good, and be around. So it's not like necessarily it was a bad trade in my opinion, because that being Adam Peters can turn nothing into something. But I do feel as though that it could be a potential chance that we are making room for Brandon Aiyuk. My likely chance of that happening, I'd probably say maybe like a 5 out of 10. But I can dream. Brandon Aiyuk did go on Twitter, or actually like the Commanders fans post of him in a Washington Commanders uniform, and him basically saying bring him home. So, hey, look, man, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm interested to see how we move forward. I just don't think there's a possible chance that we go into this season, or at least finish this season, with this receiving core looking the way it is. Because let's be for real, outside of Terry McLaurin, who else are you confident in? This wide receiver room went from being one of the best in the NFL just a couple years ago with Terry, Curtis, and Jahan, to now being one of the worst, but outside of Terry McLaurin. Like, I get it. Some of y'all be like, Juan, Luke McCaffrey can be this and be that. I get that, and I'm happy about Luke McCaffrey. I do think he can get there, but do we know about him yet? Not yet. De'Ami Brown, Juan, he's having a good offseason. He's having a good preseason. I've seen this before with De'Ami Brown, and him having good off seasons and good preseasons. It's about, can it translate to the field? That I'm unknown about at the moment. Alameda Zaccheaus, I know him from being in Philly, but he's like a 3rd, 4th option in Philly. We're asking him to come here and be a 3rd, potentially 2nd option here in Washington. Like, we're not sure what we're getting outside this wide receiver room, outside of Terry McLaurin. Is Martavis Bryant making this roster? Is Bryson Tremaine making this roster? Is Kazmir Allen making this roster? We're in a bunch of question marks at this time of year, and I just didn't think that we were good enough at the wide receiver position to let go of Jahan Dotson. I get it. Some people say he was a nuisance. Some people believe he was toxic. Brian Mitchell thinks he had an ego. I get it. That was the reason that y'all wanted to get him off so bad, then okay. But other than that, I don't know if it was that serious to where y'all couldn't at least use him for this season, or at least wait to the trade deadline to use him. Because there's no way that this team was talented enough that you think Jahan Dotson is dead weight. Jahan Dotson is not bad, okay? Let's not get that twisted, okay? I understand he's not here in Washington. I understand he had a down year last year, but let's not act like this guy isn't a 1st round pick. Let's not act like this guy didn't contribute in his rookie season, okay? He's not trash. He's not like bad. Like, I don't know. I think he's going to Philly, and he's going to be really good in Philly, because he's going to be the 3rd receiver, at least to start out. And then he could get his confidence back and get back to himself, and then he can maybe grow into something else special. He's going back to the Philadelphia, New Jersey area where he's from, so that's probably going to be a good thing for him, right? Here in Washington, it just didn't seem like he was comfortable. It didn't seem like they wanted him, wanted nothing to do with him, and this speaks volumes to it. And I think this kind of confirms that they didn't want anything to do with him, right? So, Brandon Aiyuk, in my opinion, is the Washington Commanders making room for Brandon Aiyuk? Potentially. I hope so. I want so. What Kodak say? I hope so. You know what I'm saying? I hope this is the case, because we need something else at wide receiver. I am not confident with Washington Commanders having Terry McLaurin, De'Ami Brown, Luke McCaffrey, Alameda Zaccheaus. I'm going to assume Bryson Tremaine. I'm going to assume Martavis Bryant, but I don't know who else is going to be back there. Jamison Crowder. Like, this wide receiver room is pretty, if you ask me. Now, again, we may come back in 6 months from now, and De'Ami Brown has blossomed into this star, and he's getting a 2nd contract. But in my opinion, they just put unnecessary pressure on poor De'Ami Brown because fans already wanted him gone prior to training camp starting, and now he's blossomed into this wide receiver too. Is he ready to take that leap? I'm not sure, but we're gonna wait and see. And he's in a contract year. He's playing for his contract, like he's playing for his NFL career. If you ask me, this is his last year of his deal, and if he doesn't perform well, he is gone. So, hey, I guess it is what it is. I guess we got what we asked for because I've always said De'Ami Brown, I believe, has talent, but he hasn't gotten the opportunities to prove it. So he's getting the opportunities, and let's see if he makes the best of it. I want to take a quick pause into today's video and give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the place for you if you're looking to go to any live event or any Commanders game this season. You can do it right now and punch in promo code JuanGotti to get $20 off your first purchase. Again, that is $20 off your first purchase by punching in the promo code JuanGotti. And right now, live on SeatGeek, if you do it, you can also potentially get $20 off your parking if you already paid for your ticket. So if you already paid for your ticket and you don't have parking, well, that $20 can go towards your parking instead. So punch in the promo code JuanGotti to get $20 off your purchase at SeatGeek. Alrighty, y'all. Y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy out there. What do you think about this video? Do you think Washington did this trade to make one for Brandon Aiyuk, or nah? I'm hoping so. I'm trying to pray for this because we need help at the wide receiver position. But y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy. Peace. Maybe T. Higgins. Maybe CeeDee Lamb. Who knows? We'll see. Peace.